Hey YouTube, it's the B.O.B. It's a vlog about vloggerheads.com and how I believe you should all unsubscribe from anybody on vloggerheads. I'm doing that effective immediately. If you're on vloggerheads.com, if you make videos over there, I want nothing to do with you anymore. I consider you a traitor, which is not that important, but I also consider you to be an idiot because you believe in Renetto's self-serving manipulations and lies, and I'm going to expose what those are. And hopefully you guys see the light and you start closing your accounts over there and come back to the good guys. Because Renetto certainly is not one of those guys. What this is about to Renetto, I'll start from the beginning. Renetto last year, when people went over to live video, they were all traitors and he had to call them all out. And Greg Solomon will back me up on this, a lot of other people will. And the reason he felt so loyal to YouTube is because YouTube was, A, they got him that Coke ad. They got him a lot of media exposure, which helped out his other businesses, which is candle business and whatever else he had going on. You know, he became an e-celebrity from YouTube. He was one of the most subbed people, and it was a great experience for him at the time. So he said, "You're all traitors if you leave this site." Then they started the partnership pilot program, if you remember. And what that was there's like 30 initial partners that were vloggers, and then the rest were like companies and businesses and whatnot. But he was one of them, and some of them were actually salaried. They weren't on the there was no formula that had anything to do with how they were paid. It had nothing to do with views or ads or anything like that. They were just salaried, straight up, for the pilot program. And I'm not going to say who, but I think it's pretty well known. And the reason I know about this is Renetto violated his non-disclosure agreement and actually talked to people about this. So just so you know, he lies to YouTube, he lies to you guys, he lies to pretty much everybody. He can't even, you can't even keep that quiet. And so he was salaried, and it was enough money, it was a couple $1,000s. It was enough for him to really increase his way of life, his standard of living, He's going on vacations all the time, bought a new place. Things were going really well for Renetto. He had to post like a video a week, and he was getting thousands of dollars. It was a good situation. But then during the summer, last summer, they had discussion with him that they're opening up the partner program to everybody. And the pilot program is over, and, come December, I think it was, December 10th or November 10th, they're opening up to everybody, and he's going to be on the same pay scale as everyone else. Which means he's going to make about 1/20th, 1/30th, maybe even, of the money that he was making at that time. A lot less money when you factor in the equation. And when he heard that, he said, "If I knew it was going to be this kind of party, I'm going to stick my dick in the mashed potatoes." He was not having that shit. And what that means is that he immediately started thinking about, what can I do to preserve my, financial situation on this site? So what he did is he went and tried to find any investor, any programmer he could, anybody that could help set up a new site for him, a new vlogging site. And this was in two parts. One, it was a way for him to try to find a way to make money from his other site. That was part of the situation. But the other thing was he was always looking for a way to strong arm and blackmail and, say, "Hey, YouTube, I got this other thing going on. You better pay me. You better pay me before I go and I bring all my sheep with me," And YouTube looked at him and laughed. They're like, "Okay, whatever." And that's where Renetto started getting the idea that YouTube doesn't care about the people. YouTube doesn't care about us. It's like YouTube stopped caring about him. They stopped bowing down to King Renetto. They stopped giving him that money. And that was his big problem with the site. That's what really pissed him off to no end. And that's where his whole campaign really began. They don't care about us. No, they didn't care about him. He's a has-been. He's not even on the list anymore. Renetto has fallen off in every way, from his video content to, how many people watch him. He's just not a draw anymore whatsoever for YouTube. And they realized this a long time ago, and I think he's starting to realize it. And I think he did realize it because when he was trying to start up this site, nobody gave a shit. RenettoTube, people were like laughing at him when he kept saying he's going to start this. And eventually, though, he found the in. He found the way to get your attention. The DMCA thing, and, the haters sock account things. When Renetto is actually a hater himself and actually has had some sock accounts, but I'm not going to get into that. Not important. But Renetto has fake drama all the time, starts fights with people. He does it for entertainment's sake, which is why most haters do things for the lulz. But for him to say that he's making a site for no drama because he doesn't like drama, he's doing it purely because that's what you guys want, and he can herd you over there like sheep, for his own self-serving benefits. And I need you guys to realize this. He's just a manipulator. So basically, that's my video. I don't know what else to say. I mean, Renetto is doing this to benefit himself, his own financial gain. You guys will realize this eventually. I think you should all close your Vloggerhead accounts. I'm unsubbing from anybody on Vloggerheads, and if you close your account, I guess I'll sub back. Not that you care. I expect you not to care, but for me, it's like a symbolic gesture saying that, you know, we've had enough of Renetto's shit, and I hope you guys, you know, stop falling for it after a while. It's been a minute. Don't you see it already?